I recently saw an article about the financial growth and investability in Mexico. For a long time, me and my friends who are a part of the New York State Legislature, and we're here. I grew up in New York, and I'm politically active. We have talked about
Yeah,
how the United States abandoned its southern border for investment in Indonesia and China. And we saw that under Trump's regime, China was able to go ahead and do a lot of messy things in in South America and in Africa, you know, extending their grasp. What would be some of your plans about how to re invigorate South American and Latin economies? That way, our continent as a whole can be financially and economically stable.
there is no doubt in my mind that if the United States acted as a dignified and decent nation vis-a-vis Central America, Latin America, this countries in this hemisphere below, Canada is a very different situation. But if we acted as a decent nation concerned about the plight and predicament of their poor and working people, we'd have less problems at the border because people are fleeing owing to the overwhelming violence, poverty, shattered families, looking for a way out in the name of safety and some prosperity. But unfortunately, our corporate policies and priorities in Mexico, Central America, and Latin America has been such that we've never really shown a deep concern for the poor and working peoples of Central America and
We
Latin
haven't.
America. We just haven't. We just haven't. That our foreign policy has been one of corporate interests, and when the need was there, invasion and occupation. It could be Haiti, it could be Guatemala, and so that would be one of the first things, and it would be so alien to the to Latin Americans to have American president that would look on the world in that way. They couldn't. It would be almost unbelievable. You mean to tell me that this is not primarily about the oligopolies and the monopolies that played a role to suck out the profits of our country and go back home and live lives of luxury? No, I'm fundamentally concerned about the poor and working people in Brazil, poor and working people in Mexico, poor and working people among all of the various countries. It's a very different orientation. And what does that mean? That means we're talking about dismantling the U.S. empire. We're talking about unleashing democracy, empowering working people around the world, and we're talking about saving the planet.
Okay.
That's what this campaign is, a moment in a movement that is both domestic and international, that is fundamentally committed to poor and working people.